team fights.
These team fights from BLG are absolutely ferocious. Rel, Wukong, and
Point
Annie.
of contention is the Scuttle Crab is what they're setting their sights on for now.
Ooh, Knight drops the combo there on Faker, but now Doran launching out the Ornhorn. Beishwan could be in a little bit of danger, but Ben's here ready to back him up. The equalizer's already been used. Doran very low, about to die. It's first blood over to Knight.
Dragons and grubs and all of these neutral objectives. The problem you find yourself in is that you're forced into a fight when you do
build
not
itself into a lot of extra gold if they can knock down a bunch of these plates. And that's going to start up here in the top lane. Doran's the target as it's a 4-man dive onto the T1 top laner. And Doran dies before the second part of the Ornhorn can come through. Beishwan fully completed and stacking. The only additional item past his starter item he got was the refillable potion, but now he has to flash away. Beishwan's ready to follow. Ben's got the follow up. The Turbine ain't even dead yet. Oner and Faker wanted to commit for the objective. They'll get it, but at great cost. Turret to T1, double kill over to BLG as Carry and Gumayushi trying to make a play on the Knight, but he's already back to safety.
BLG not going to waste any time. They know they're stronger. They're going to force this objective.
Yeah, T1's hanging around the area, but I think they're just going to get a front row seat.
A lot of time was spent hovering around this mid lane. Faker, though, still very hesitant to push out that top wave. He's been left isolated a lot of this game, and you can see that resulting in the XP advantage. Now Doran caught out. Yeah,
this is what I was talking about, though. Doran is only strong against magical damage. Beishwan does a lot of damage with that stick and knife.
It means that BLG continue to mount their advantages. A clean scoreline of 5-0. The TP. Oh, a double TP, actually. They're trying to collapse onto Knight or Beishwan. I don't think they're really going to get much off the back of this. Oner, though, heavily committing on Knight.
Yeah, T1 really want to get some kind of a punish here. Knight still trying to get away when becomes lightning slows him down. Keria misses the winner's bite. Exhaust used to guarantee that Knight can't try to get anything back. Slows him down.
BLG instead are setting their sights on the mid-tier 1. They want to be able to trade this neutral. They're going to pick it up.
Keria with the Glacial Fissure trying to stop the exit of BLG there, but BLG can get away safely. They don't have to spend any summoner spells doing that. Oner still working on taking this dragon down. And the important thing here, I think, for T1, they got the pick on Knight. Ghost signal to start up the Otacon. T1 looking to approach, but BLG is ready for him. The Otacon down to 1/3 HP. Keep your eyes on Doran. That could be the big engage, but Knight is waiting over along in the tri-barrage. Doran tries to fire back into him. Pressure onto Ben and Doran immediately now. As the Otacon's gonna be stolen away by Oner. Beishwan is low. On is already down. Gumayushi with the kill. Knight has to try to run away alongside Ben. As Oner kills Beishwan too. Elk has to try to get away. And Oner is on the chase. Ben and Knight trying to escape. And T1 work their magic again.
T1 find the fight. It feels like that this game has just been driven by BLG, but after the biggest problem was that the combo from Knight came down onto Doran, the frontliner, the tank. Oh, BLG, though, they're responding.
Yeah, BLG thinking about this. The Unbreakable gonna stop another True Shot barrage. Elk jumps in. Keria still low. Ben wants to burn them all up. A little bit more damage isn't there, though, as Ben gets stunned. T1 continuing their retreat. BLG trying to find anybody forward, looking for the tier 1 turret. Doran being the front line, creating the space for Gumayushi to take the
level advantage over Knight. Knight is fishing for a pick, but Oner's there to cover.
Okay, Oner trying to protect, but Oner may just have to give his life for this. Wants to dash back over to Beishwan for safety. Oner will die, and Faker's the next target. Timbers and Beishwan charging forward as On locks up the T1 mid laner, but Faker's getting away for now. Doran with a massive Orn ulti over the top, and Knight's over it in. Beishwan follows. BLG are buried in their hubris as they try and fail again to kill Faker.
If you're going to come at the GOAT, you best not miss, because the consequences...
Close enough. They don't even have to walk into the river. BLG know they need to get out.
BLG using the Baron to see if they can force T1 into an awkward situation, but T1 maintain their composure. On the flank.
On's looking for it, but he immediately gets counter-engaged. On has to try to get away. Flashing out after using the crash down defensively as well, but a nice engage from Knight. Beishwan's ready to follow it up, and Faker's in danger. Again, though, he survives. Gumayushi with the kill into Beishwan, as Elk just barely survives the ace in the hole. kill. Owner continues the chase as On's about to die here too. Elk and Bin completely on the run. BLG utterly routed in their attempt at a fight. Bin will be able to teleport to safety
in the mid lane. You think that you have the one-shot potential, but it's not
have already started the objective. Owner and Gumayushi putting a little bit of DPS in there, but they're DPSing very slowly. BLG trying to walk up, seeing what they might be able to find. They're marking door in there with the pings, but it's a line of cupcakes from Gumayushi, and it's so difficult to fight through for BLG. The Ocean Dragon is the target. On wants to find some sort of an angle, but all he gets is a face full of bullets. Doran is joined up with the rest of the team, and once again, they're gonna go in. This time they find the shutdown on Faker, but it costs Beishuan's life. T1 trying to regroup. They're gonna claim the Ocean Soul, but what about the rest of the fight? Doran's down to a corner. Owner jumps in on top of everybody, and Gumayushi's ready to free fire. 9 and On both drop, and there's only 2 still standing for BLG. Elk on the run, Carrier ready to chase. Winner's bite, not quite enough range, and T1 finally, Faker drops, but the cost is far too great. Carrier will get picked off by Elk on the back end of the fight, but T1 is pushing 2 lanes.
BLG execute upon their game plan. The Wombo combo looks so good, but at this point, it feels like the T1 is just too far ahead with the Soul.
T1 now with the Soul, with the 4,500 gold lead, with the push here in the top lane. Doran with the call of the Forge God, and it's On, called straight back into the grave yet again. Gumayushi unstoppable. T1 stepping forward behind the Braum, but they've stepped too far. They end up losing 1, but they are not done. A double for Guma, make it a triple. Caitlyn's on the hunt, she's locked and loaded. T1 on the victory march. Inhibitor down in the top lane as it's a 4-man push. Only Carrier died. Knight steps in, he goes for the engage, but he doesn't find anything. T1, they were behind for so long, but when they need to, they clutch it out. They'll take the Nexus turret. Faker steps in, Elk stays alive, the Nexus will not, and T1 go up 2-0.